Okay, let's unpack this. Have you ever been so invested in a story that you felt like the collective gasp and cheer of an entire cinema with you? What happens when a secret so big, so central to a character's identity is suddenly unmasked for the entire world to see? Today we're plunging into a deep dive that explores just that, a cinematic phenomenon that didn't just redefine fan service, it really dug into emotional storytelling too. Welcome back in the deep dive, your shortcut to being well-informed. This is where we take your sources, articles, research notes, all that stuff, and we really try to pull out the most important bits of knowledge and insight. Our mission today, to really explore Spider-Man: No Way Home. I mean, this film wasn't just huge at the box office, it was a genuine cultural touchstone, right? We'll break down its pretty intricate multiversal plot, the really profound emotional journey Peter Parker goes on, and maybe most importantly, how it managed to bring together generations of fans. It created this really unique, memorable experience. We're going to cover basically everything, from the setup right after the last movie, Far From Home, all the way to its massive impact.
We'll distill the key takeaways, maybe some surprising facts along the way. So let's jump right in, because No Way Home, it wastes absolutely zero time. Bang! We're straight into the chaos left over from Far From Home. Peter Parker's world isn't just like shaken up. It's completely flipped upside down. His identity, Spider-Man, that's our friendly neighborhood hero. It's out there, publicly exposed by J. Jonah Jameson.
Mm-hmm. And it's worse than just, oh, here's who Spider-Man is.
Oh, way worse.
Jameson immediately frames him for Mysterio's death, frames him for this supposed mass casualty event in London.
Yeah, so it's not just a secret reveal. It instantly becomes this, public trial by media. And Peter's just a high school kid.
Exactly. A teenager suddenly facing global scrutiny, global condemnation based on manipulated footage.
And you see it immediately, don't you? The reaction. Civilians just swarm him and MJ on the Queensboro Bridge.
Right there on the bridge. The faces in the crowd, shock, anger, some betrayal. It's intense.
They have to flee, literally flee for their lives.
Yeah.
And the fallout. It's immediate and pretty brutal.
Peter, MJ, Ned, even Aunt May, they're all taken in by the Department of Damage Control, the DODC.
For interrogation. It's like, okay, this isn't just about a superhero secret anymore.
No, it's about the sheer weight of public opinion, how easily narratives get twisted, and what happens when a kid's personal life crashes into these huge global heroics. And what's really, I think, quite brilliant about the film's approach here is how quickly it grounds this absolutely wild premise in consequences that feel very human, very relatable somehow.
Yeah, totally.
It's not just, oh no, my secret's out. It's about the ripple effect. The distortion of information, the glare of the public eye.
A media frenzy.
Precisely. And Peter, who's legally a minor, he's suddenly dealing with this level of sensationalism, these legal challenges. Yeah. It really makes you ask, how do you even find justice in that court of public opinion, especially when the facts are so easily twisted?
Right. Like even when he gets cleared legally.
Yeah, even then the damage is kind of done, isn't it? The public has this ingrained negative image fed by this really inflammatory narrative. It's less plot point, more commentary on, well, our current information age, really.
And those repercussions, they really hit close to home.
Yeah.
We would get that fantastic cameo from Matt Murdock.
Oh, Daredevil. Such a great moment.
Yes. A really good lawyer, as the film points out. And he does. He gets Peter's criminal charges dropped.
Which you'd think might be, okay, crisis averted.
But no. As you said, the controversy, it just lingers. It casts this huge shadow over his personal life.
Mm-hmm. And the biggest blow, the thing that really drives the next part of the plot.
MIT.
The rejection letters. For Peter, for MJ, for Ned, their dream, their planned future, just gone.
And not because of something they did, but because of Peter's association, because of the public perception.
Exactly. It underscores the immense, often hidden cost of being a superhero, not just for Peter, but for everyone he loves.
So this situation, it's desperate. His friends' futures are basically ruined because of him.
Yeah.
And that pushes Peter to do something pretty drastic.
Yeah, he feels responsible, right? Which is core to his character.
Totally. So he seeks out the one person he thinks can maybe, just maybe, fix this, Doctor Strange.
Back to the New York sanctum.
And his request seems simple on the surface, but it's huge. He asks Strange to cast a spell, the Runes of Kafkal. Apparently very powerful stuff.
Very dangerous stuff, yeah.
To make everyone, the whole world, forget that Peter Parker is Spider-Man.
It's this grand, almost naive plea, isn't it? Born out of desperation, but also his love for his friends. He wants to put the genie back in the bottle.
He's willing to mess with reality itself to protect them, which again is very Peter Parker. compassionate, but maybe a bit impulsive.
And it's crucial to remember Wong warned Strange about this spell explicitly.
Oh yeah, Wong was like, don't do it.
Too dangerous.
Yeah.
Which tells you this isn't some minor enchantment, it's universe-level magic. Wong's warning sets up the stakes immediately.
But Strange goes ahead anyway. Maybe because Peter's so desperate, maybe. A bit of Strange's own confidence, maybe arrogance.
Could be a bit of both. He thinks he can control it, but it clearly signals that these actions are going to have massive, possibly irreversible consequences. The film does a good job setting those rules, those dangers, up front.
Okay, and this is where it all goes sideways, right? This is the pivot point.
Yeah.
From Peter's personal crisis to multiversal catastrophe.
Pretty much, yeah. Because Peter's heart, like you said, it's in the right place. He wants to shield his friends.
But he can't help himself. He starts meddling with the spell while Strange is casting it.
Like trying to fine-tune a cosmic event mid-process.
Exactly. He's like, wait, can MJ remember? Can
Right.
Ned, Aunt May, Happy? He keeps adding exceptions.
And it's that very human desire, that wanting the perfect outcome, keep my secret, and protect my loved ones, that corrupts the whole thing. It introduces variables into something meant to be absolute.
So the spell becomes unstable, just goes haywire.
Completely haywire. Strange barely manages to contain it in that mystical docks thing.
The Machina di Cadavis.
Right. He's basically trying to stuff the chaos back into a container before it rips their reality apart. And this whole incident, it really highlights a key idea. Power, especially magical power, needs precision. It needs foresight.
Yeah, understanding the consequences.
Exactly. Strange's spell was risky to begin with. But Peter's well-meaning interference, adding subjective memory into the mix, that unleashes an unprecedented level of chaos.
So it stops being just Peter's problem.
Oh yeah, instantly. It becomes a multiversal crisis. That corrupted spell essentially punches holes in reality, allowing things through.
Dangerous things.
Very dangerous things. It really forces you to think about the chain reaction of choices, how even good intentions can lead to disaster when you're playing with forces you don't fully grasp.
And those consequences arrive almost immediately, don't they? In the form of some very familiar faces from other movies.
Yes, the spell acts like this beacon, pulling in people from other universes who know Peter Parker is Spider-Man.
Strange thinks maybe just a few squeak through initially.
A slight underestimation, perhaps.
Just a bit. Which sets the stage for maybe the most audacious crossover event we've seen. First up, and wow, what an entrance. Otto Octavius, Dr. Octopus.
Alfred Molina back in the tentacles, the reaction in the theater for that.
Oh, it was electric. Seeing him on the Alexander Hamilton Bridge, ambushing Peter. And they cleverly update it, too. Peter uses the Iron Spider nanotech.
To interface with Opok's tentacles. A great blend of the new MCU tech with that classic villain design and performance. It felt both nostalgic and totally fresh.
And then, boom, not long after, Norman Osborn. The Green Goblin. Willem Dafoe.
Terrifying as ever. That initial attack leads to both him and Lizard, Kurt Connors, getting captured and put in the Sanctum's basement prison.
The whole bridge sequence, it just delivered. It was like, okay, they're really doing this. They're bringing them all back.
Yeah.
And the hunt is on for more. Peter, MJ, and Ned become this sort of multiversal capture team.
We're trying to round up the others.
They track down Max Dillon, Electro, Jamie Foxx, but with a new look.
Yeah, a more comics-accurate look this time, with the yellow energy, which was a nice touch.
Flint Marco, Sandman, Thomas Hayden Church. They find them at some military research site.
And it's just incredible that they got everyone back. Fox, Defoe, Molina, Church, Reese-Leafens as Lizard.
Seriously. Some de-aging, some voice work with archive footage for the human forms. The commitment to making it feel like the actual characters returning was amazing.
But it's not just about having the villains back. The film quickly adds this layer of shared destiny, or maybe shared doom.
What do you mean?
Well, Osborn, Octavius, Dillon, they realized something chilling. They were all pulled into the MCU moments before they were supposed to die in their own universes.
Oh, right. Fighting their Spider-Man.
Exactly. Octavius literally says it. If they go back, they die.
Wow. So they're not just villains causing chaos.
No, they're also refugees, in a way, fighting for survival. It instantly makes them more complex. You understand their desperation, even if you don't condone their actions.
It adds stakes for them, not just for Peter.
Precisely. It leverages that audience knowledge of the previous films brilliantly to create this immediate complex motivation.
Okay, so this reveal that sending them back means sending them to their deaths creates a huge dilemma for Peter, right?
A massive one. Because Dr. Strange sees the logical path.
The pragmatic path.
Yeah. Protect our universe, maintain cosmic balance, send them back. Deal with the consequences later. Or rather, let their universes deal with it.
Cold, but maybe necessary from his perspective.
But Peter, that's just not who he is. His compassion, that belief in second chances, it kicks in hard.
He argues they should be cured first. Cured of what makes them villains. Give them a chance to change their fate.
He wants to save them, not sentence them, which naturally puts him in direct conflict with Strange.
A big conflict. Big enough that Peter actually fights Strange, steals the magic box, and traps Strange in the mirror dimension, using the sling ring.
It's a huge move.
Yeah.
Shows how far Peter's willing to go for this belief, this
Yeah.
deeply ingrained sense of responsibility that extends even to his enemies. He chooses the harder path, the compassionate path, even when the easy solution is right there.
And just when you think, okay, how much more complicated can this get?
Yeah.
The movie hits you with maybe the biggest surprise of all.
The moment everyone was hoping for.
He's messing with Strange's sling ring, grieving, worried about Peter, and he accidentally opens a portal.
He's trying to find Peter Parker.
And instead of their Peter, out comes Peter 3, Andrew Garfield.
The audience reaction. Unforgettable.
Unforgettable. And then they try again in Peter 2, Tobey Maguire.
The eruption in the cinemas was just monumental. Even with all the leaks and speculation, seeing them actually step through those portals.
It was pure joy. A payoff years in the making for so many fans. Seeing all 3 movie Spider-Man together on screen, it felt historic. But it wasn't just, hey, look, they're here. The film actually takes the time to let them connect.
Which was so important. It grounded the spectacle in real emotion.
They bond,
Yeah.
right, over their shared losses. It gets pretty heavy.
Yeah, Peter 3 talking about Gwen, Peter 2 mentioning Uncle Ben, Peter 1 dealing with May. It's this shared burden they all carry.
And they actually help each other. Like they offer advice, perspective,
Yeah.
support.
So you see that especially in the I'm lame scene.
Oh, yeah, that was great. Funny, but also kind of sad.
It was. Peter 3 finally getting some validation, some understanding from people who actually get it. The chemistry between Maguire, Garfield, and Holland was just fantastic. It felt genuine.
Yeah, it made the whole crossover feel earned, not just like a gimmick. It was about shared trauma, shared experience.
And connecting that back to Peter 1's journey, these interactions are crucial. They're not just fan service, they're formative for him.
How so?
Well, Peter 2 brings this quiet wisdom, this sort of elder statesman vibe. Peter 3 brings this raw empathy, this unresolved pain. Together, they provide Peter 1 with mentorship from the only people who truly understand what he's going through.
They've walked in his shoes, literally.
Exactly. It helps him process his own grief, understand his responsibility in a broader context. It touches on the cyclical nature of Spider-Man's story, the loss, the burden, but suggests maybe, just maybe, that shared understanding can help break that cycle, or at least make it bearable.
He realizes he's not alone in this experience, even if he feels alone in his universe.
Precisely. There's immense strength found in that shared understanding, even amidst all the pain.
But that path towards healing, for the villains and for Peter, it takes another devastating turn.
Yeah, the Green Goblin isn't done yet.
Just when Peter's making progress with the cures, the Goblin persona just snaps back into control of Norman Osborn. Violently.
It's brutal. He manipulates Electro, turns him back into a threat.
And then he attacks Peter. And May. May gets caught in the crossfire.
That scene, it's heartbreaking, truly gut-wrenching.
And her dying words to Peter. With great power, there must also come great responsibility.
The line, the core mantra of Spider-Man.
But we're delivered here by May at this moment.
Yeah.
It hits differently. It's not just a callback. It solidifies everything for this Peter Parker at the absolute highest cost.
It grounds all the multiversal madness in this incredibly profound personal loss. It's the moment that truly forges his resolve, echoing the Uncle Ben tragedy, but making it uniquely his own burden now.
And yet, even after that, even after losing May because of Osborn, Peter doesn't give up on the idea of curing them.
Which is remarkable, isn't it? His commitment to saving life, to offering redemption, remains unshaken.
So the 3 Peters, they regroup, and they resolve to finish the cures.
They work together. It's this amazing collaborative effort.
Peter, too, Tobey's Peter, figures out the Goblin anti-serum, right? Using his experience.
Peter 3 tackles the lizard cure. Maybe understanding Electro's power helps him there somehow.
And Peter 1 uses the Stark tech he still has access to for Sandman and Electro's specific cures.
It's this beautiful sequence showing their combined intellect and, more importantly, their shared commitment to Peter 1's mission to honor May's sacrifice by choosing healing over vengeance or simple containment.
Which leads us to the climax, the big battle at the Statue of Liberty, which is under construction, fittingly.
A symbol of new beginnings, yeah. They lure all the villains there, the cured and the uncured.
And the 3 Spider-Men, they're working like a team now. Peter 1's kind of taking the lead.
Giving out the code names Peter 1, Peter 2, Peter 3, just to keep things straight in the chaos.
Yeah, and they start trying to administer the cures. It's this incredible action sequence, but full of these amazing character moments.
Absolutely. Like Peter 3 saving MJ.
Oh man, that dive. Mirroring Gwen's fall.
But this time, he saves her. A hugely powerful moment of redemption for him.
Totally. And Doc Ock, he comes back cured and actually helps.
Yeah, pulls the arc reactor off Electro, helping cure him. It shows Peter's plan, his faith in their potential goodness, actually worked for some of them. Lizard gets cured too. It feels like maybe, just maybe, they can pull this off. But then comes the so what moment, the final twist of the knife.
The Green Goblin. Always the Goblin.
Just when it seems like hope is winning, he sets off a hidden pumpkin bomb right inside the Machina de Cadavis.
The containment box for the spell.
Exactly. And detonating it just unleashes everything. The unstable spell explodes outwards, shattering the barriers between universes completely.
So it's not just the villains anymore.
No. Now it's potentially everyone who knows Peter Parker is Spider-Man from every universe starting to bleed through. Silhouettes in the sky.
Oh, right. It goes from a containable crisis to existential threat.
Total existential threat. The culmination of Peter's first mistake with the spell, compounded by the Goblin's final act of chaos. It's that chain reaction reaching its absolute peak, the potential collapse of their entire reality.
And facing that terrifying reality collapse, Peter 1 realizes there's only one way.
The ultimate sacrifice.
He has to make everyone forget Peter Parker. Not just that he's Spider-Man, but that Peter Parker ever existed.
Everyone. MJ, Ned, Happy. The other Peters, the entire world. Complete erasure from memory.
It's the only way to close the breaches, to stop the multiverse from tearing itself apart over him.
Doctor Strange, he sees the necessity. Reluctantly, understanding the immense cost, he casts the new spell.
And just like that, poof, all the visitors, Peter 2, Peter 3, the cured villains, even that glimpse of Eddie Brock Venom.
Who leaves a little piece of symbiote behind.
Right, a little tease for later. But they're all sent back to their universes.
And Peter 1 is left utterly alone in his own world, a world that no longer knows him.
That ending, it's heavy. It's not just an ending. It's, like you said, a really provocative thought for us. It completely resets Peter Parker.
Strips him back to the absolute core.
We see him, 2 weeks later? He goes to see MJ and Ned at the coffee shop.
He has the speech prepared. He wants to reintroduce himself.
But he can't do it. He sees they're happy. They got into MIT after all.
Yeah.
And he realizes telling them would just bring back the pain, the danger.
So he makes that heartbreaking choice, lets them go for their own sake.
Then we see him mourning at May's grave, that quiet moment with Happy, who has no idea who he is.
Yeah, Happy remembering May through Spider-Man, but not Peter.
It's tough. But he finds the resolve to carry on. He gets that dingy little apartment, stitches together a simple, classic suit.
Back to basics, no Stark tech, just him.
And swings off into the snow. A truly independent, anonymous, street-level hero, honoring May's words about responsibility, but now completely alone.
It really forces you to question, what is heroism? Is it the recognition, the support network? Or is it just doing the right thing, bearing the burden, even when absolutely no one knows who you are or what you sacrificed? Yeah, this whole deep dive, it really hammers home how No Way Home was so much more than just another superhero movie.
Oh, absolutely.
It managed this incredible balancing act, giving fans these moments they dreamed of for years, but tying it all into a deeply personal, deeply emotional story about Peter's growth.
Navigating those huge themes, identity, sacrifice, what responsibility really means.
And using the multiverse, not just as a gimmick, but as a way to genuinely explore Peter's character, holding up mirrors to him literally and figuratively, using the past to define his future. And the impact was just undeniable. You look at the box office.
Mind-blowing. first film in the pandemic era to hit $1 billion.
Million. And it became Sony's highest grossing film ever, 6th highest overall at the time. Just staggering numbers. It proved people were desperate for that shared cinematic experience again.
And it wasn't just money, right? People loved it. Critics, too, mostly.
Overwhelmingly positive response. That 93% on Rotten Tomatoes, the A+ cinema score, which is incredibly rare.
Yeah, audiences adored it. It showed the power of a story that really connects on an emotional level.
And you have to give credit to the marketing, too. The fake titles, the way they managed the reveals and the trailers.
Built that anticipation to fever pitch.
Yeah.
Broke pre-sale records everywhere.
It was just this perfectly executed event from start to finish, a phenomenon.
So, thinking back on it all, what really stood out to you listening to this was at that moment, that cheer when Tobey and Andrew walked through. I mean, that was huge for me. Or maybe it was May's final words, that gut punch that really grounds the whole thing. Or maybe it's that ending, Peter's choice. Choosing anonymity, choosing solitude for the greater good. Did this deep dive make you think differently about any part of it? It leaves us with that final thought, doesn't it? As Peter swings off alone, dedicated purely to his responsibility, no recognition, no backup. Does heroism need an audience? Or is it defined solely by that internal commitment, that unwavering choice to do good, even when you're the only one who remembers the cost? Well, thank you for joining us on this deep dive into Spider-Man: No Way Home. We really hope we gave you that shortcut to being well-informed, maybe jogged your memory on some key points, offered some new perspectives, and hopefully kept you hooked. Until next time, keep digging deeper.